question-based problems involving the Richter scale. I have already gotten started with example 2, and there's just one little typo that I just wanted you guys all to correct at this point. Instead of it being 107.8, it should read as 10 to the power of 7.8. So the question is, if an earthquake has an intensity that is 10 to the power of 7.8, what is its magnitude on the Richter scale? So I'm going to start off by writing down the formula for the magnitude of the Richter scale, which is m equals to log of I divided by I naught. And in this case, I naught, since that's the amount of movement of a low-level earthquake, we're going to consider it to be negligible at this point. So m equals to log of 10 to the power of 7.8, and we're just going to go ahead and use our power law of logs, which allows us to move the 7.8 and multiply it with a logarithmic function. Just carry it forward over here. M equals to 7.8 log base 10, and we all know that log base 10 of 10 is equal to 1, so that's 7.8 times 1, which is equal to 7.8. So our magnitude is going to be 7.8. Okay, and our second part of the question says, how many times more intense was an earthquake measured, so that measured 7.5 on the Richter scale, than an earthquake that measured 6.2 on the Richter scale? So here what we're doing is we're essentially just comparing which one is more intense and by how much. And we all know this one is obviously more intense. We're just trying to figure out by how much is this more intense. So before we go ahead and do that, I'm just going to go ahead and use my magnitude formula for each one of them separately, and to be able to come up with a ratio that I can compare them to. So 7.5 magnitude. Well, I'm using my magnitude formula for the Richter scale. It's m equals to log of I divided by I naught. And I'm just going to call the intensity for the earthquake that has a magnitude of 7.5 as IA. And I will call the intensity for the earthquake that has a magnitude of 6.2 IB. I'm just going to do that on the side over here. So magnitude of 6.2, m equals to log of I base IB over I naught. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the information that's given to me. So 7.5 equals to log of IA over I naught. And I'm going to convert this into an exponential form right away. So it's 10 to the power of 7.5 equals IA over I naught. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side that has a magnitude of 6.2. So 6.2 equals to log of IB over I naught. And converting this in exponential form is 10 to the power of 6.2 equals IB over I naught. Since I'm trying to compare to see how much more intense was the earthquake that has the magnitude of 7.5 versus the magnitude of 6.2, I'm just going to go ahead and divide the two. So I have IA over I naught divided by IB over I naught. That basically means 10 to the power of 7.5 divided by 10 to the power of 6.2. And writing this right here is a little bit confusing, so I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite it and try to see if I can simplify that a little bit. So IA over I naught divided by IB over I naught equals to 10 to the power of 7.5 over 10 to the power of 6.2. Carrying that forward. I naught, IA over I naught times I naught over IB equals, I'm just going to go ahead and when I'm dividing with the same base, I'm going to subtract their exponents, and that happens to be 10 to the power of 1.3. Okay, so just simplifying this, the I naughts here cancel, so I have IA over IB equals 10 to the power of 1.3. I'm just going to simplify that a little bit. So IA equals from 10 to the power of 1.3. If I just plug that into my calculator. Here, 10 to the power of 1.3. That's 19.95. I'm just going to round that to approximately 20. So approximately 20 times IB. And I also cross multiply where I bought the IB intensity for the earthquake with a magnitude of 7.5 is approximately 20 times more intense than than the intensity of magnitude of 6.2. So I'm just going to write that out with the final statement. So therefore, earthquake of magnitude 7.5 was approximately 20 times more intense than earthquake of 6.2 magnitude. I have enough room here. I'm just going to write the word M to represent magnitude. Okay, and that basically concludes example number 2.